Gallagher, three-point contest. The long-range assassins of the NBA have come together to show off their skills from beyond the arc.
There's a lot of tremendous three-point talent in the NBA, and no better place to see that skill showcase than right here, right now.
Well, Clark, maybe I'm a little bit biased, but the three-point contest is something I look forward to all season long.
And here we go with Freak. He'll have 60 seconds to shoot 25 shots from beyond the arc, and Clark, that works out to about 2.2 seconds a shot.
Love to see you using the sabermetrics there, partner. A quick pace indeed. Each make counts as 1 point with the exception of the last ball, the money ball, that's worth 2.
I actually had the abacus for today.
I know you did.
Guys, that money ball can kind of push you along to the next rack. So even if you struggle during the rack, if you can make that last one, it gives you momentum going forward.
And over his career, just a superb long-range marksman.
7 points. Just 2 points there. He won't be happy with that. He's got 8. 9 points. Up to 10 now. And that's his 4th straight.
He's getting a roll going now.
Yep.
He's finding that touch now.
And now with 16. One last rack remains. Couldn't finish it off, but still put up an impressive number. He finishes the round with 17 points. I'd say a solid showing from him.
He sure did. I mean, he really showed his potential shooting the ball when he dropped those 8 consecutive shots.
So it'll be Chandler Parsons here.
With this rapid-fire format, a trap guys cannot fall into is trying to make any sort of adjustment midstream. There's just not enough time for that. You got to trust your stroke from start to finish.
Yeah, but Clark, if you do miss 3 or 4 in a row, it may take a very subtle adjustment. Maybe just adding a little arc to the ball, or maybe holding your follow-through a split second longer. It really all depends on what kind of roll you're on and if you have any momentum or not.
He's got 5. Now with 6. Money ball, no good. At 7. Gets the money ball. Nine points is what he finishes with. There was just something off about him in that round.
Well, he missed 3 of the 5 money balls, so he didn't do himself any favors in that department. Those are 6 big points that he left on the table.
No good with his 4th in a row. So it's Trevor Ariza ready to go.
I tell you one thing. If a player doesn't get into a rhythm and start stringing shots together, it's over quickly.
Yeah, we talk about that a lot, but what's so important is that, you just can't waste any time. But you've got to get into a groove early and then keep your momentum going and just rattle off one shot after the next.
6. Money ball, no good.
Not good.
He's getting cold. 5 consecutive misses. 2 racks remaining. Now 9 points. Down to the final rack.
And they stay there.
And he's alone in second place with that one.
11 on the board. And 13 is the final score. He turned in a pretty good round right there, don't you think?
Kevin, I think he'd be real pleased with that score. I mean, it can always be a little bit higher, but that was plenty good.
Yeah, I agree, Clark. He's probably happy. He's not ecstatic, but, he did his job and put up a pretty good number.
So it'll be J.R. Smith here.
Guys, most of the time when a player is shooting threes by himself, he's doing it in an empty gym. This is a little different. Actually, it's a lot different. I want to ask you, Steve, was it easy being the center of attention like this? You seem to be a bit of a ham.
Oh, really? A ham, Clark? Well, I'll tell you, I enjoyed being part of it. My first time, I was extremely nervous, and I'm not afraid to admit that. But as I went on in later years, I got more and more comfortable with it.
6 more points to stick around.
Misses for the 4th straight time. That's 5 in a row. He better get it together. He just can't find the bottom of the net with those money balls. He's missed all 4. And Clark, he's out.
Not enough to make the next round, Kevin.
Yeah, that's it. It's academic from here.
He scratches out just 4 points there. Wow. Something went terribly wrong out there, guys, with him in that round.
Yeah, he missed a string of 7 straight shots there, Kevin. It looked like he had a little hitch in his release.
So it's J.J. Redick ready to go.
There's no time to waste in this competition. The clock is ticking, and it's ticking fast.
But as a shooter, you don't want to keep peeking at the clock in between shots. I mean, you almost have to keep time in your head, but really most of these players have practiced at home before this competition, so they have a decent idea of what's ahead.
He needs 6 more points. That's 4 misses in a row. Off the mark with 5 in a row now.
Now he's starting to struggle.
He's missed all 3 money balls so far. That's 6 points left on the table. He needs 6 more points. That makes it 10 in a row. It's getting worse. He's missed his 11th straight. He's completely out of sync. Well, guys, that's it. He's out of it. He can't make up the difference, Clark, at this time.
Nope, too far behind, but he'll finish up anyway.
Yeah, he made a good effort. Tried to get into his groove, but just couldn't get anything as far as momentum is concerned.
He winds up with exactly 6 points. He was not himself at all out there that time, guys.
Yeah, he looked completely out of whack. I mean, he could not get his mechanics right. He may as well have just passed him around altogether.
And so we'll see Nicholas Batum. He knows exactly what score will get him into the next round.
Here we go. One final chance for somebody to punch their ticket to the final.
Well, he's aware of exactly what it's going to take to get there. But he can't get hurried. He can't be doing the math in his head, Clark. He's got to just settle in, take his shots, and try to relax as best he can.
5 more points, and he's in.
Off the mark with 5 in a row now. Drains the money ball. 3 more, and he moves on. 7 points. That one ties him up for 3rd.
That gets him into the 3rd hole and books him a place in the final.
11 points. He completes the round with 13 points. Well, a very respectable performance from him there, guys.
Well, we all know how important the money balls are in this event, and he hit 4 out of 5 of them. That's very good work.
So it's Trevor Ariza ready to go. By going first, he can put a lot of the pressure on the guys behind him if he posts a good score.
And one thing about the three-point contest is you can really see how the pressure builds as it goes along. In the first 20 years of this event, only 5 winners topped the 20-point mark in the final round. And one of them sitting right here.
Yeah, that was a fun day, Clark. But, yeah, I think the key is you've got to get off to a good start because it can snowball on you if you miss a lot in those first 2 racks.
Drains the money ball. He's got 9. Gets the money ball. 12 for him. Notches 13. He's at 14. A 3-point rack for him right there.
Finishing strong.
Hits for 15. He comes away with a total of 15 points. I'd say he handled that round pretty well, guys.
Yeah, it was a terrific start. He was feeling it from the get-go.
And so we'll see Nicholas Batum.
A hot start is pretty essential, isn't it, Steve? I mean, it seems like we rarely see guys recover from a bad first rack or 2.
I think the key is that first money ball, Clark. Even if you miss a couple early, if you can make that money ball on the first rack, get a couple points under your belt, then all of a sudden you can settle down and start firing away.
5 points now.
8 more points, and he'll tie things up.
8 points. That's 4 in a row now.
6 points more, and it's tied.
Can't get the money ball. 6 points more to tie it up. He's got 10. Now with 11. He needs 2 more on this last rack. Now 14. Hits for 15. He finishes the round with 17 points. That was a nice piece of shooting we saw from him out there.
Yeah, even if he didn't set things completely on fire, it's still a fine score. I mean, what did you take away from it, Steve?
You know, it wasn't his best, but he gutted out a pretty decent round when he didn't have his best stuff, and that's the sign of an excellent shooter.
And here we go with Freak. Here we go. This is it. He led all qualifiers. Now, can he emerge victorious in the finals?
17, the score to beat. Can he take the win? We'll see.
5 points now. Now with 6.
Respectable start here.
That's 7. Now 8 points. 8 more points for him to tie it up. 2 racks to go.
8 more points to secure the win.
Now with 11. He's got 12. 4 more points and it's time. Down to the final rack.
Boy, he's in a good rhythm right now.
7 straight, he's stringing them together. Hits for the win.
And a little victory lap through his final shots.
A chance to tack on a few points for posterity.
And he wasn't able to finish that last rack. His score sits at 18 points for the round. Now that's how you do it. Outstanding focus throughout the round.
By the time he got to that 4th rack, he was feeling it. He sprayed home the entire rack. That jumper was wet.
And that puts an end to the Foot Locker three-point contest. It couldn't have gone any better for this year's outstanding champion, Money.
It was a great event. There's always so much excitement packed into the three-point contest.
Yeah, no question, Clark. Those were some real theatrics we saw out there today.
And the drama, the excitement, this year's three-point contest had it all. And it was our pleasure to bring it to you. For myself, Kevin Harlan, and my partners, Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr, thank you, everyone, and good night.